Oh no, are we live? Could it even be?
I hate it.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Live on Two Wheels, episode 34. My name is Chaseontwowheels, and I'm hosted with my buddy Bo, who is throwing up rainbows. Hope you guys are doing good. This is your weekly live motorcycle show. That's also a podcast available on your favorite podcasting platforms, including Google Podcast, apparently, and Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Now, we're going to do something cool this week, guys, because if you're on Apple Podcasts, the best thing you can do for us is give us a review. So what we're going to do is we're going to show appreciation for the people that took the time to do a review on Apple Podcasts. We're going to read one that we have.
People like Steve.
People like Steve. Yeah, we got a review the other day from Steve. 5 stars, of course. Thank you, Steve. And he says, I listen to you guys while I'm building freedom cannons in South Carolina. Keep up the great entertainment and back and forth banter that makes getting motorcycle news more than just that. Steve, you're a legend. Thank you so much. If you guys want to be read on here, keep it nice. Drop us a review over on Apple Podcasts if you're listening to us on Apple
Reviews
Podcasts.
just make us feel nice.
Reviews, I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's like the new thing, but it makes me feel so good to get reviews.
Did you say reviews are a new thing?
No. It's the new thing that we've been like really promoting on the show type thing. So, guys, this is Live on Two Wheels. We are going to talk about motorcycle stuff. We got some interesting Ducati. Hold on. We have some interesting Ducati stuff to talk about.
Just put his gondolier hat on.
Yeah, this is my Italian hat. If anytime we talk,
I like
about,
how you have it rolled up like it's not an Italian hat. You look like a moonshiner.
Thanks.
Get them goggles on. It's rolled
So
up.
yeah, we were working on our build show today, Wreck Bike Rebuild, and I have these glasses on. I'm like, you know what? I kind of dig the reflection vibe, so I'm gonna keep these on. We're gonna talk about Ducati going electric. Huh?
Yeah,
Just a thumbnail face right there,
that's
huh?
not what they're gonna do.
So before we get into that, we're gonna do some housekeeping. Bo, how's your week been, bud?
I mean, you know, I edit. That's my life.
Are you excited about these new lights we now have?
I'm
Oh wait, chat. Let us know what you guys think about the lights.
I'm excited.
They came in today.
Look, I'm excited for like the cool stuff it can do, but you wanted to put 4 of these facing you like it was the sun, and I'm like,
I was
that's too
testing
much.
lights.
No, you moved your light out of the way, and you had the literal sun pointing at your face.
Well, you know,
They're cool.
We try things.
They're cool.
Yeah, we have some cool ideas for these lights. Check it out. I've got 2 here, and then Bo's got his 2 just rainbows going into you type vibe. What came out this week?
I look like the inside of my computer case.
Oh my god, you're one of those guys who your computer just like radiates RGB.
Yes, it's obnoxious.
Of course you are. So what came out this week? We did the it's not the fork rebuild episode of Wreck Bike Rebuilder, right? We're finally getting back to putting Wreck Bike Rebuild.
We did the fork, didn't we? That went on Patreon.
That went on Patreon, but the Patreon's a week ahead of time.
That's right.
So, guys, for you guys that didn't know, Wreck Bike Rebuild this year has been hard, but I'm pretty sure we're getting to that point right now where we're going to be able to put out weekly content and finish up this. If you guys can see behind me, the CBR 1000R that we're making into a Street Fighter, we should be able to put out weekly content on that. We're super excited about that. It has been a struggle bus this year. But we're finally to the point where we can rock through this one. After that, we're going to rock through the CBR 300. If you guys want to jump on that, Wreck Bike Rebuild.
Started looking like a motorcycle.
It's actually starting to look like a motorcycle. It's actually starting to look like a build recently since we can actually do episodes. We also got some cool MT-07 content coming out this week. Did the highway and the mountain test, making me miss the mountains already. Can't even talk about it. But I was surprised with the MT-07. Like the suspensions, we had to do all clickbaity stuff.
It's a little like most bikes, especially Yamahas in my experience. Like from the factory, anything except for their like top of the line suspension is just a little mushy. But it doesn't help that you've put the front wheel on that thing down pretty hard.
Yeah. I have not treated the front suspension on that MT-07 good at all.
The first time I rode it, you hadn't ridden it that much.
Yeah.
And it felt fine. I'm just saying.
It's probably because I was trying to push it hard in the mountains.
Yeah, that's it.
Next week, we'll finish up the MT-07 content. We've got the city test, and we've got the 1 month review. That'll be some cool content coming y'all's way. And then we can get into this MT-09 SP that we haven't really.
Thanks to everybody who reminded me.
What?
Our Discord.
Oh, right. God. Thank God. We're a team. It's the guys that watch live and us.
Yep.
And together, all of us together might be able to make this show possible.
I am creating the thread now.
So, guys, if you guys don't know what the guys in the chat are talking about, we have a Discord page. We would love you to go check it out. It's totally free. We're trying to build a motorcycle community of people that enjoy motorcycles, and we have a Live on Two Wheels page on our Discord channel. So there's going to be a specific episode 34. Click into that thing, and when you click into there, drop some funny memes. And you guys, please go over there, because if you don't, the guys over in Smort Industries are going to take it over. We cannot let them take it over. It is a fight between us and them.
The problem is, I think that they're better at recruiting than we are. So Smort Industries is expanding.
Damn it. Okay, so you guys go check out Discord. Drop a funny meme. We're talking about Ducati today. We're talking about electric bikes. That's plenty of content for you guys. I've given you multiple chase faces already in the show, so screenshot all you can. See? Look, Heather loves the look. Baby, you talking about the hat? You talking about the lights? Let me know. Also, do you think I should do Davy Crockett it? I really think I should. Maybe a Ducati
Davy
logo.
Crockett. Where are you getting that
I don't know. I don't even know.
You look like an extra in a really low-budget Wild West film.
Why does it got to be low budget? Why can't it be high budget and I'm just way farther in the background?
They couldn't afford an actual cowboy hat, so they just grabbed the first thing they could find.
The first thing they saw on Amazon?
Yeah.
All right. So, anything else? Anything else we need to add in?
I know. I mean, we got some stuff coming up in the future that's pretty dope.
We have such big things happening soon, and we can't talk about it.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things where it's so big I can't talk about it. Oh, yeah, you got some fun stuff. Revzilla hooked you the hell up.
Yeah.
Look at that, guys.
Sadici?
Bo is going to be on his ADV adventure soon, so he's stacked with gear now. Look at that.
Also, if you ride ADV, seriously, if you ride ADV, we'll get the name of these. And we'll drop them in the link. These are the most comfortable, right out of the box, the most comfortable boots I've ever worn.
We need to wait on that because you need to ride in it.
No, I'm just saying, like, from the word
you're just talking comfort.
Just comfort.
Gotcha.
Like, I put these on. These are brand new, and I'm walking around in them. These are ADV boots.
That's pretty impressive.
And I'm walking around them, and there's no pressure points. These things feel great. I don't know how well they're going to stack up against, like, hard use,
right?
But we'll find out.
Well, when you get back from your ADV adventure, our episode that week could just be about your adventure, or whatever. But that's coming up. So I think that's all we got.
Yeah.
So we can get into this Ducati electrification. Heather says your rainbows are dope. So congratulations. My wife chose you over me.
Yeah,
I'm not sad about it, but
I get it. It's
it is
the
what it is.
rainbows. They're dope.
Um.
Doodles in here. We got a super chat.
Super chat.
Yeah, Blue Ghost. I'm trying to find an MT09 near me in Fort Worth. Called everyone. Not one
Blue
to be
Ghost.
found.
No, so I've seen these comments ever since we've been talking about the MT09 SP. We don't have the regular MT09. We have the MT09 SP, but I've been seeing comments that the MT09s are hard to find right now. And that might be another interesting episode. I know we kind of did an episode talking about like the missing motorcycles and stuff, but that would be interesting to talk about. Blue Ghost, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate that. So, again, Bo, we find ourselves in a week where we were filming Wreck Bike Rebuild earlier, and I looked at you and was like, hey, haven't had time to look at, like, formulate an episode today. I was out yesterday handling family stuff. Heather going to physical therapy with her sprained ankle thing that we think it's sprained. It's a shitty situation. Trying to get through that. So I was off yesterday. So I'm trying to figure out.
I'm going to be off tomorrow.
You're going to be off tomorrow. We're a patch group right now. But we were kind of looking up a story to talk about today. And then I see that Ducati is going to be taking over the making of the motorcycles for Moto E starting in 2023.
Currently, that's Energica.
So Energica is a company we've kind of mentioned, but I think it was the second episode.
Yeah, we talked about them, and we brought up a couple of their bikes, but they currently are the power plant. They're powering, like their bikes power the whole of the league.
So, like, how do they make money? Are they big in Europe or something? Because we don't see them here.
I don't know. I'm not really sure. We don't see them here, but, and we'll get into this later, I think because of their deal with, I forget the name of it, it's the specific league or whatever for Moto E. There's like a company that owns it. Mm-hmm. I think with their work with them, they're going to be pushing for more market because a lot of the like smaller named.
Also, shout out to Spicy 110.
Yeah.
He either currently has or had a Energica. They're like naked bike.
Yeah.
Haven't got a chance to watch his videos, but I'm definitely curious to watch those. But here in America, our like main electric motorcycle manufacturer is Zero.
Well, the problem is range for anything serious.
Yes, currently.
We are different than a lot of other places, especially in Europe, in the fact that it's so expansive.
Right.
And city to city is much longer. So if you're doing like I see a lot of electric scooters like
in town type thing.
In town
Yes.
stuff. Like the scooters and small motorcycles I see in town.
Right.
But I live in the city.
Yeah.
Our shop is an hour away pretty much
Right.
from my house. Like, I'm going to be stuck in traffic on
Well, also, so, like, we've been doing these mountain tests and highway tests recently where we go out in one day and test the bike for the highway and the mountain and grab 2 videos out of it. And I'm getting really familiar with how many miles it takes to get from the shop to the mountains and back as far as time and miles. And I think if I remember correctly, it's like 210 miles from the shop, and we're relatively close to the mountains. But that's going from the shop to the mountains, one run, and then back.
Is there a single motorcycle manufacturer that makes a bike with that range?
Not that I know of. That was the point I was going to get to.
Zero has, as far as I could find,
I'm going to look up Zero's longest mile.
I have it here.
Oh, you
It's their new DRS model, which is like their adventure model, basically.
Right.
And it's like 102? 163 miles.
But see, here's the thing, though, and I know this because I've ridden on Zeros.
Yep.
If you go to the highway, this is the thing I don't understand with motor. I mean, I understand, but like I can't get it through my head.
No.
When you see like a Tesla, for example, it'll say it has a 230-mile range. You're not going to get 230 miles, but you might get like 200.
Yeah.
If you take an electric motorcycle on the highway, bro, you can literally cut it in half.
Yeah.
It is so bad. So that 163 miles, that's going to turn into 80, 85 really fast.
Well, so that's the problem with bringing electric into markets like the United States and things like that, because like range anxiety is real, and that's because of the way our entire infrastructure is laid out. We have core city centers, and hardly anybody lives in those
Yeah.
city centers.
You got to get. I mean, and for
And the people that
commuting, it's fine.
live, the people that live in those city centers usually commute in different ways, whether it's public transportation,
Right.
or like they already have a cheap car or anything like that. So it's like,
Right.
really, you're trying to get those people in the suburbs and the exurbs to like go in on a thing that won't get them to the city and back.
Right, but like that almost kills any sort of. It's kind of crazy, right? Because like electric motorcycles, performance-wise,
Yeah, they're insane.
absolutely insane.
They didn't they have to create their own category in Pikes Peak because an electric motorcycle kept crushing it because there was like the altitude didn't affect it. It was just like,
Exactly. You have all these combustion.
They were like, hey, you got to cut that out.
Yeah, like because I mean, you think about it. Internal combustion engine has to mix a
if
fuel
you're in a
with
less
air.
oxygen rich
Yeah, so
environment.
when your vehicle starts with one oxygen level and traverses straight upwards, essentially,
Yep.
of course it's going to degrade. So you would and from the get go, even with optimal oxygen, the motor is still not going to compete with an electric. So like, what do you like? Pikes Peak is almost like an incredibly unfair advantage.
So when we were going through this and looking at this, the thing that stuck out the most for me was all right, one, I believe we talked about this the last time we talked about electric motorcycles. Battery tech is getting smarter, cheaper, safer,
right.
and less reliant on materials that are harder to come by.
Right.
So the more people poking around at developing new technology and stuff like that,
Right.
the better it is for us, the consumer.
Right.
When I saw that Ducati is going to be clear, this isn't going to start until 2023.
Yeah. So
and run
the
for about 3 years.
contract was 2023 through 2026.
Okay. So what that means is they're now going to be soaking up a lot of R&D money in at their company,
Right.
devoted to making all this technology, and then that will directly translate into more consumer products with bits and pieces of that technology in there, including battery tech.
Because that's what's always classically happened in the automotive space, right? It's and it even happens in the consumer side where you have companies building things for race purpose, right? And then they do race stuff for a while. They really dial it down or dial it in, get it figured out, and then they start like baby birding it to us on the road. Yep. But that even happens with the bikes. So like the R1, right?
Yeah.
The R1 has had for, I think since the 2015 model, has had that like lean sensitive stuff.
Yeah.
And that is slowly making, like the MT-09 SP, for example, like in the what was the other bike I rode the other day? It was either the Hayabusa or that H2 SXSE. Those are starting to have the you can see how much pressure.
I mean, that happened with rider aids in general.
Exactly.
The more money they pump into these race bikes and get the R&D locked in, the more money they win, and the more money they get from winning,
right,
the more they can pay off some of that. I mean, Suzuki does this. They'll ride a model until it's just completely paid for.
And then they'll continue it for another 15
so, like,
years.
the idea is, like, if we can get one of the standout things that I saw, because we don't have enough information about the actual design ideas or anything, but their main focus is
we have this one
is
photo.
weight.
Here, let's show the photo that Ducati posted.
Their main focus right now is weight, because weight is the biggest killer of speed on the track. So that's their biggest. And what was that?
You just showed the Terra deck for a second. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, it's because of this guy.
Right. So guys, this is what Ducati posted
sketch.
as their obviously it's a concept sketch.
Yeah.
What's cool is no lights or anything. So this is purely a race model sketch.
Right.
Like that's all it's focused on. I mean, it looks like a Ducati, other than the fact that Ducati's plastered on the side of it.
Also,
like,
it doesn't have a single-sided swing arm, so
well, that's also sad. Hopefully, we'll get it on the road.
But yeah, the guys in charge, they were saying their number one priority is weight, getting the weight under control, because that's the biggest thing that plague any electric vehicle.
Because batteries are heavy. Like there's no getting around that.
So batteries are heavy. Heavy means more energy is being used, which means you need bigger batteries to have more range, which means you increase the weight. So it's like this Ouroboros of like trying to like fix a problem by creating the problem.
Which is probably what Zero's been going through the entire time, because like
Exactly.
they've lived in that space of like weight versus, because like in a car, weight matters.
It does.
But when you're on a motorcycle and you physically have to move things over, because like in a car, you have a steering wheel.
It's
right?
literally it's even simpler than that, because it is literally the energy that it takes to move a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's where all of your loss is, whether it's loss of fuel or battery,
Right.
whatever it is. That's where your loss is. The quicker you can get it to move to speed,
Mm-hmm.
the less energy you're going to expend getting it to that point.
Right.
And that's the thing that, like, yeah, you might be able to get a 50-mile range and keep the weight down.
But then what?
Yeah, then you're not going anywhere.
Right.
So if you want to get in the 200 right now, currently with our battery tech, you want to get the 200, 300-mile range, you need a lot of batteries, and that weighs a ton. Now, the battery technology right now, like we're like just on the bottom of the mountain.
Like the infancy of
right,
battery technology.
because they've been developing solid state and different types of non-lithium based battery technology that uses materials that aren't like thermoreactive or dangerous or
Right.
require a lot to mine or get all of that's the whole process. That's why batteries cost so much, is because there's all these processes, and it's rare earth minerals and shit like that. So
Right.
we're now at the bottom of the mountain where they're going like, oh, hey, we have other options.
Yeah.
And with companies like Ducati, who's of course owned by a bajillion other companies, but at the
We're
top
gonna
of the
talk about that
list
in a second. I was shook.
is Volkswagen.
Right.
And they've, of course, done their pledge to be all electric by like 2035 or something like that.
Right.
And so now you have both of these things heading in the right direction. And when they sink that money into it, then we're going to get closer to what they're doing right now currently in Asia, which is smart systems that use the same battery for multiple manufacturers.
Right.
Renewable, recyclable batteries.
So that's kind of what we talked about it in a recent episode, where like in how like we've been curious of like how this motorcycle industry is going to kind of switch over to electric, because like inevitably it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right. It's not a like if, it's a when that happens. And all of the big boys like Honda, KTM, Yamaha were forming their little like swappable battery cooperative.
You just developed rotorism?
I did. Battery. Oh my God, I'm now a child. Not a surprise to anyone.
Yeah.
So you have those guys, which is I love that idea. That gets us away from needing having what Zero's problem is, and we have our little Segway bike here with the swappable battery. You unplug it from the system. There's a pouch, pull it out, and if you had something like that somewhere else, like instead of a gas station, you just have this wall of batteries, right? You roll up on your bike, you park, you key in.
They currently have that in certain parts of Asia, where you have scooters that go around, and you go to this giant station, you punch in your little number, you take your batteries out of your scooter, you put it in there, and then it puts 2 more freshly charged batteries.
Right.
You put those in. Doesn't matter what brand it is.
And you could do so. The cool thing about that, like infrastructure wise, you do that exactly like gas stations are. So instead of a gas station where there's pumps that you pull up in, there's just the battery walls that are just charging.
That's another point that keeps America from like really latching onto EV is the infrastructure for charging.
Yeah.
It's comparative to gas vehicles. It's almost non-existent. It's like such a small percentage.
Yeah.
There are companies that are like pushing to make that better. Like Bridgestone, I read, was one of them, which I thought was weird. The tire company was.
Pause. I can't.
What?
Fucking Nick. Smart Industries will branch out to make an electric bike that drives itself. Oh my God! Smart Industries taking over the comments too.
An
Damn
autonomous smart
yeah,
smart vehicle.
God,
I wouldn't trust that.
A self-driving motorcycle is gonna be the last thing ever made.
But yeah, so like that's another big issue is that like we don't have like we could get a 300-mile range, But we have that moment where we have to go, okay, I have to chart my trip based on what stations I have
Right.
to charge. It's not as simple as just going in and boom.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it would be way more easily adopted in America if we did that little swappable battery thing. But if you think about it, batteries in a big boy motorcycle, like our little Segway battery, is pretty hefty, but it's manageable to grab that thing out. How many of those would it take for an R6E?
Right, so that's what they would have to do is doing them
Just multiple
in
manageable
blades.
batteries.
Yeah, like basically in blades, and you pull them out. So like, there's some. It's basically a step up from the Segway that we have. But there's a series of races that are done with dirt bikes,
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
and when they do a pit to change the batteries, a guy comes up, snaps off the side, and they pull out this like bandolier of batteries.
Right.
And then they just slide a new one in, and it's like a bunch of little cells.
That's pretty neat.
Right.
It would have to be the same thing
yeah,
then.
something
So
like
but here's the annoying thing: if you had a motorcycle, God forbid, that had fairings on it, to do that, you'd have to take your fairings off to swap your batteries out. Like nobody's gonna want to do that.
The whole system is not ready for it. That's why I'm excited when I see a company with as big a name in racing as
Right.
Ducati like doing this, because that just means that more innovations are on the way.
Right.
And
If
while
we have a
while
leader from a
battery
company
tech-
that we all know.
battery tech is going to be a while, and that's not going to be Ducati's doing.
Right.
Right. It's
It's going to be the electric car market is going to blaze the
I mean,
trail.
it's
for
going
that.
to be the electronics market, because that's the guy that developed lithium ion won the Nobel Prize in science.
Okay.
Right.
Weird flex, but okay.
And at the ceremony, they asked him, "What's your plans now?" And he's like, "We're already working on solid state and have been for a while." So it's like that's where it's going to start, and then the EV, the car market is going to take a hold of it,
Right.
since they have a lot more capital.
Yep.
They're going
a
to
lot more interest. So there's more people that
and
need.
they're going
yeah.
to sink a lot of money into it, and then once that gets like kind of settled, then it's going
Right.
to start trickling into it. But with a company like the Ducati, which is basically Volkswagen.
All right, pause real quick.
Yeah,
Let's talk
that's
about this
hilarious.
because so we were talking about you guys know me and Bo, we're not allowed to talk to each other on Thursdays, so we don't we want to have this conversation with you guys. So it was mentioned that Ducati is owned by Volkswagen, and I was like, that's strange. So I looked it up. Some of you guys might already know this. I did not. So, Ducati Group, which is a group of other companies, which is, okay, we're not even going to go down that path today, but whatever. Ducati Group is owned by Lamborghini. This, if you guys are familiar with Ducati's line, might make sense because we've seen that limited run of Lamborghini Diavels. It's the Diavel that's kind of green, has some gold accents. It looks in person gorgeous.
Yeah.
The green
does.
of our kind of Panigale, kind of.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ducati's owned by Lamborghini. So, Lamborghini actually owned by Audi. Audi owned by Volkswagen Group. Oh, Volkswagen Group, that's a strange word. Who is Volkswagen Group? Oh, Bo, do you know that Volkswagen Group comprises of multiple companies including Volkswagen passenger cars, Audi, SEAT, Skoda, Bentley, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Porsche, Ducati, Volkswagen commercial vehicles, Scania, and MAN.
I know most of those words.
I know most of them too, but I'm just like, who is owned by Volkswagen?
But see, that's super cool, because that means that there's shared resources.
Well, so here's the thing so first off, I was like, what the F? Like, I'm not cussing now for some reason. I don't know why I just bleeped my own self. So here's the thing, we're super excited about this. Because initially when I hear that one company owns so many, I'm like, nah, fam, that ain't good. It ain't good when one company owns a lot. But Volkswagen was very public about I think it's by 2026, which is convenient that's when Ducati's thing ends. Volkswagen, by the end of 2026, has pledged that they will be a fully electric car company.
At least, yeah, new developed cars.
From what we understand.
Yeah.
So, if you have a company that owns that many companies and is that massive, you are going to have boodles, boodles of cash being
Did you
spent.
just combine the word buku and?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
And
I just took
oodles?
off. I took off the oodles and I just went straight to boodles instead of oodles and boodles. Just boodles. I don't like the word boodles. Saying it multiple times. Bo, how did you ruin the word boodles for me?
I don't know, but I'm very glad I did.
It's the rainbow lights. Shouldn't have. I'm gonna need to get rid of them.
Nope. Send them
So
back.
the cool thing is, this. We've always talked about the motorcycle industry. I don't know, 5 years behind the car industry, and that's being nice about it. This could be a situation where Volkswagen does so much. I know you hate that so much. They might do so much research, and then like by the time that Volkswagen is its kind of all electric version, does that not include Ducati because that's part of Volkswagen Group?
I mean, yeah, that's the best part about like the idea that they all have shared resources, right?
Right. But there's no way Ducati's going full electric by 2026.
No, I don't think so.
No way in hell.
So motorcycles have a little bit of leeway because their carbon footprint, their output, is so much smaller than in vehicles.
Yeah.
Both in manufacturing and in actual operation.
Yeah.
Just mainly because of how little there are compared to cars.
Yeah.
So like that's why at least in Georgia we don't have to have emissions done on our motorcycles. I think there's only like 3 or 4 states that require like an inspection, like a thing. So it's like New York and it's blanking on the others, but like generally speaking, we don't have to have those things done because it's like it's nominal.
It's a motorcycle.
It's nominal. So when we talk about like an EV future for motorcycles, I don't think that we're going to get full electric, like a manufacturer that was largely gas is not going to go largely electric. I think it'll be a mix. I think we'll start seeing a lot more hybrids.
Right. In motorcycle?
Yeah, Kawasaki's already developing one.
Pause.
Yeah.
30-minute time.
Yeah.
I have a thought of how Volkswagen's going to get around the electric thing. So let's run our ad real quick. And then we'll get into it. Thank you, Trevor, for reminding me it's the 30-minute mark because we're a team here, guys.
All of you are on our team.
We're all working here at the Live on Two Wheels studio. So we're going to run an ad real quick, guys, and we will be right back. What's going on, guys? This episode of Live on Two Wheels is brought to you by Revzilla's RPM membership. What that is basically a membership program that only costs $60 a year, not a month, but a year, and you get a ton of rewards from it. It's kind of like Amazon Prime for Revzilla. So if you're buying a lot of motorcycle gear, especially on Revzilla, this could be really interesting for you. Check out all of the things you get for this. So you're going to get free 2-day shipping and returns. You're going to get 10% off exclusive brands. You're going to get 5% cash back, period. Also, for you first-time members, you're going to get $15 in cash back from the moment you get this membership. It's also going to include early access to sales and phone lines and exclusive events. So if you're somebody that buys a ton of gear and could find a lot of value in this RPM thing, by all means, we'll have a link for you down in the description below. Thank you guys for supporting the show by going to that link. And thank you, Revzilla, for sponsoring this episode. We'll see you guys with the rest of the show.
Okay, we're back.
We are back. Thank you, Revzilla, for sponsoring this episode. Also, RPM is available at Cycle Gear and the other Komodo stores.
Jesus. Okay.
Nailed it. I think I nailed that one, honestly. Thank you, Revzilla, honestly. We love you guys. Long time. If you guys want to support the show, grab RPM or shop at Revzilla with the links down below. You support the show totally for free. All right. So here's what I bet Volkswagen's going to do. When Volkswagen says that we're going to be a fully electric car company by 2026 or whatever their pledge was, I bet you there's somewhere, you know how there's that text that's like right down here with like a 35% opacity and it's super thin. I bet you that is only for, what is it called? Volkswagen Passenger Cars Company. Yeah. Because like, think about it. We've talked about this before. Electric stuff is going to go to consumer, like general consumer stuff first, and then eventually it will overtake the sports enthusiast market, right? So think of Porsche. A lot of so there's the Taycan. We love the Taycan, or Chase loves the Taycan. It's his favorite car, just so we all know. But there's also Carreras and GT3s and stuff.
Right.
I don't see those on the Porsche side because we're talking about the Volkswagen Group, right? I see those staying gas for quite a while because those people are literally just enthusiasts.
I don't know. Like in the supercar market right now, like electric's the hot ticket
But you know what I'm saying?
because
There's
of pure performance.
True,
and
but
those people don't care about range. So I think
that's a good point.
I think that you have this inversed. I think that the super enthusiasts and the utility are going to get the EV first because it's performance. And
you think that because they only care about getting a time, shaving a second off of time.
well, they just want to be the fastest dentist in their area.
Well, so when you're talking about dentists, see, I don't think it's going to be a dentist.
I'm
though.
talking about the people who have expendable income and buy
Right.
cars not because they give a shit about the cars, but because they give a shit about the networking with all the other people who have lots of money that have those cars. That's the group number one.
I see a lot of in that group though wanting
We've gotten back recently from one of those places. So those kind of people will have EVs that are purely performance driven. And then you have the other side of the fence where it's utilitarian, where it's not about speed, it's about range and the impact it has. So like that's going to be the other side. So work trucks,
So like
and things like that. All of that, those two disciplines combined become the consumer market because you have the utilitarian about range and safety and reliability and pure performance. That's where you get the middle ground.
I understand your point,
Yeah.
and I do agree that for the pure performance minded individual, yes, EV will be where they have to go.
Yeah.
But I also see
Though
like the
there's going to be people who are going to be traditionalists when it comes to gas powered. Like I have to have a gas engine because it blah blah blah.
No.
Like here's the thing that I always counted at by like gas efficient engines aren't efficient. That's why they spend so much
Right.
money to try to make them more and more efficient. But
Right.
you always have loss of power.
Well,
Just
so-
in the process of burning the fuel, you have loss of power somewhere in there.
well, there's so many steps that lose
Right.
power. Like
So, like EV is the future performance vehicles because there is a 1-to-1 power.
but the point I wanted to make
Yeah,
was a dentist, and I'm sorry if you're a dentist.
I'm not.
We love you. Our teeth love you, but we're using that as an example of somebody that may or may not have a large amount of disposable income.
Yeah.
That buys a car because of the way it looks. But I think a lot of those guys, they might have an EV for their fast stuff if they want. But I think dudes like that just want to be cool, look cool, so they're going to want a car to sound cool.
Yeah, they're always.
I think that's going to hold people on in that market for quite a while.
That will be much smaller than you think. Eventually, what is going to happen is, and I see this like, I got cousins that are really into the car scene, and like there was at least, I'm almost 40, so like when I was in high school, it was these idiots with, LXs with giant cans off the back and making
Right.
as much noise as possible and not going anywhere. Whereas now, like all my cousins, they're into these cars that are like my style, where it's like I don't care. Like if the engine is a performance engine, I want it to speak for itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't need like the loud. I want
Right.
I want that subdued so I can hear that awesome engine.
Right.
And I put all my time and energy here, and I can hear that thing whirring.
Right.
That's like the rocket.
Mm-hmm.
I love that muffler, that whole exhaust system is so quiet
Right.
because you get to hear this massive 2,500 cc engine
Right.
being revved the piss out of, and
I'm the same way.
that is what, if I'm focusing on that, I don't care about the exhaust. Like you will still have that. Trust me. There's going to be people out there who are like hanging on to that old style, but like if I'm going to ride a motorcycle, whether it's performance or whether it's because I want to take long trips, I'd love a bagger that gets like 500-600 miles
Yeah.
on a charge.
That'd be because do you want to do more than that in a day anyway?
Right.
Absolutely.
That would be awesome. And that'd be awesome to be able to just go
Yep.
somewhere and plug it in, be done, stay the night.
So one of the cool areas that I cannot wait for an electric motorcycle that actually really thinking about it, the range is probably already there. But when we took that Segway to do the first ride on it,
Yeah.
bro, I think it was something about like there's no crazy loud engine annoying me from the silence of nature.
It also puts you more in that moment where
absolutely.
You've now released your hearing as another tool that you can use in your senses, in your
it changes
your
the
awareness.
entire experience of off-road riding. Like obviously there is the little electric whine, but that compared to bullshit, like
like I said, you've relinquished the distraction. You've gotten rid of the distraction that your ears have. So now this is another sense you're using for your spatial awareness.
Right.
So like that puts you, in my opinion, riding that thing around, that puts you more into riding.
Yeah. So my only
I've ridden an electric motorcycle, and the thing that I've noticed was that like I became so much more aware of what was around me.
Yeah.
And like, and I'm just like, it was a whole new experience. So all of this being said, I don't think that we're going to jump to full electric.
Right.
I was saying before the break that Kawasaki is working on a hybrid.
Which is interesting. I don't think anybody else is working on a hybrid, right?
I don't know.
I haven't heard of anybody else working on a hybrid.
I haven't heard anything. I'd have to look into it more. But there's currently the one they're working on, believe it's based on the 400 platform.
It is the 400 platform as far as like the way the bike is built.
Right.
Yeah.
And which I think is great because it's middle of the road.
It's such a phenomenal platform.
Right.
Just period. Yeah.
So
it's a great bike.
Having that as so the beauty of this is that on long stretches of road, gas engines are more efficient. In city riding, electric is more efficient.
Yep.
So
it's totally opposite.
Yeah. So if you combine those two in a hybrid, you have a bike that will be able to go to the mountains
on gas
and then ride around and then come back. And I think that's going to be our next stepping stool.
Right.
Is depending on how well Kawasaki's does or
course,
anybody else kind of gets into it, but like a hybrid motorcycle is going to be the way to get people kind of interested in like. I still remember to this day, the first day, like I've said before, I rode dirt bikes, as a teenager. Didn't ride street until I was like 30. And the first time that I went up to a pump and I filled it up with gas, and it was like $5.
Yep.
And that got me like 250 miles.
Absolutely.
And I was just like, what? Like, that's it? That's what I get?
Cost for fun's cheap.
Could you imagine a hybrid that you could get maybe like 400, 500 miles on a tank?
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be
That's
insane.
Insanity.
Right. No, absolutely.
And I think that's going to be the thing that when people see, like, once our battery technology gets to the point where we don't have range anxiety and we can get a long distance,
right.
I think we're going to see a lot more people going, oh, fuck yeah. I don't have to spend, $50 to fill up my truck. I can spend 30 minutes.
Right.
And
just chilling, have lunch while you do the thing. So the thing I mentioned, and people are mentioning it in the chat.
Yeah.
By the way, pause. If you're watching this video live, make sure to hit the like button. Do us a favor. Love you a long time. So people are mentioning in the chat that Ducati has publicly said they're not doing electric. They're going to focus on like synthetic fuels and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that's fine. That's cool. But here's my thing. If you as a company are going to supply the power plants for Moto E, like
there's no way they're not bringing that into the.
Why would you? Okay, so you're
going to
dedicate that much money to perfecting motorcycles racing electrically, and you're not going to use any of that research and development money.
I don't buy it at all. It would be a waste of R&D.
I'm not saying they're not going to do,
especially considering that the environment is heading towards that.
Yeah,
it would be a monumentally stupid decision not to take.
Maybe they got cash
take that
like
and go like,
where it don't matter.
Hey, we're already ahead of the game, and we've had a head start.
Yeah.
And I think they're sandbagging people and saying, like, yeah, they're going to be running synthetic fuel for their existing and new gas-powered motorcycles. I don't doubt that at all. But at a certain point, it's going to be like,
Yeah.
everybody else is doing this and doing it well.
Right.
And we've gotten rid of range anxiety. We're all using solid state, and we're getting 600 miles to charge. They'd be like, yeah, but our fuel is synthetic.
See, that's one of the things when I saw that, because I remember the article that Ducati, we might have even mentioned on an episode.
Spices in here.
Spices, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Spicy. We were talking about you earlier with your Energica. I have to catch up with all that content. But that's one of the things I saw when I saw Ducati, and this was like a while ago when they said the whole like synthetic fuel, and that's where they want to go. But what? Oh, you're on Discord.
Yep.
Okay, that's a bow face for Discord. When they said the synthetic fuel thing, I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. But now we're seeing almost the entire automotive market being like, hey guys, we're all gonna go electric.
Yeah.
You gonna be the one company that does synthetic fuel? Okay, cool.
No,
that's awesome.
I think they will, but they will also take all of this R&D they're putting into their race bikes.
Dumb.
It'd be a waste of money, and companies don't exist to waste money.
Right, they have shareholders that are really pissed off.
Like, here's the thing, like all these things. When I look at stuff like this, people are like, "Oh, how good of them to think." I'm like, they're doing it because they're making money. Elon Musk isn't doing this because he wants to like save the planet. He's making billions of dollars. Yeah, sure. A good side effect is it's reducing its impact on the environment. That's a bonus. But at the end of the day, these giant companies, Ducati is not going to do anything unless it makes them money at the end. Even if it's something like giving away a motorcycle or whatever the case may be, they're going to do it because at the end they figure, we can get our money back and then some. So they're not going to put millions of dollars into EV technology for a race that for 3 years and then just go and throw it all away.
Yeah, imagine how much money is going to have to be spent for them to, because they currently don't have an electric motor.
No.
So like, what, they just gonna pop one out? Like,
so like, who is the current? Like, we have Energica, we have Zero. They're like the global leader,
right?
But I think that's it for the big names, right? Everything else is like Saunders is coming out with one.
Saunders, we were all hurtled around my computer a month or so ago.
Yeah.
Saunders was talking about their motorcycle that they're making. What was it, sub $5,000?
And their car. Weren't they making?
Oh, no. It wasn't a car. I think it was like a 3-wheeler.
Yeah, it's a
something.
3-wheeler.
Where did this come from?
Like the Polaris.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, which would be like, we have a Saunders but
it's fully
e-bike.
encapsulated, so it is a car.
It's nuts. Also, we have, I think it's shipped already. We have an electric motorcycle.
You son of a bitch.
Coming this way.
No, we have a dumb electric toy.
No, it is.
Kill
You
himself
shut
on.
your whore mouth. I am gonna commute. We can't get into.
So
we're getting into things we
got
can't talk about.
We got Husqvarna's just released a
thing.
prototype for theirs,
which looks pretty crazy.
I mean, it looks like a Husqvarna.
It does. I was gonna say it looks exactly like all their little pillins.
But like, okay, so Damon is another one that's a big name that is not super widespread, but is well known.
Yeah, so let me get a photo of Damon. If you guys, because some people for some reason haven't heard of this yet.
Yeah. But that's it. So like, the big boys ain't touching it.
Yeah, exactly. So guys, we'll just bring a photo up.
I think Husky's the
bike.
biggest name that I've heard in making an e-bike or an e-motorcycle. That here, I'll bring up your thing.
This is the
so sexy.
if I'm going to be honest, of all of the electric stuff going on, Damon's probably the one I'm most excited about.
Sexy. Look, let's just pretend that's a gas engine in there.
Bro,
that bike is
all day.
Sex on two wheels.
So here's the cool thing about this bike. Supposedly, there are modes like other motorcycles have, but bro, when you change modes, it changes your body position.
Yeah, everything. You
the
have
foot
like
pegs rise.
It's just like
and handlebars
What is that
lower.
car? What is that car where you get in? There's like some. It was like before all the EVs started happening. It was like the technology was coming into cars, so like you could come in and hit a user button, and your steering wheel would your pedals would come up and down, your seat would adjust and put you in the perfect position for you to drive.
Oh, you're thinking about the Jetsons.
So this motorcycle does that.
Yeah. So, fun fact: I've messaged Damon on Instagram. They actually responded, and if I remember, I'm not going to look it up right now. It'll take too long. But
I don't care whatever you're saying.
I told them, I was like, when you guys get something and you want some publicity, get us one so we can do a first ride test on it.
Yes.
I don't know if we'd be able to do like a long-term loaner because I don't know what their fleet would look like. I don't know if they have like a press fleet or whatever. You haven't listened. You haven't been listening to anything I'm saying.
Fucking word you're saying.
After
I'm so
I said
excited.
that they responded.
Yeah, as soon as you said they responded, I'm like, fuck yes.
Yeah. So honestly, if we're talking about electric motorcycles, Damon's what I'm looking at.
Like they're the hotness. Not a lot of people know them. The people that do know them are like us, and we're like, yes.
Bro, look at the front of this thing.
It's like it's hot. It's sexy. It's even if it was a gas powered bike, I'd be like, that is a sexy motorcycle.
It's just so strange how they do the lights and stuff. I love this thing. I hope it becomes a thing. Damon has my full support.
I've seen this come up a couple times. The live wire. I'm excited now that Livewire is going to be its own thing, and they can finally get some breathing room from hardcore Harley Davidson people.
Right,
who
they've
aren't,
separated themselves enough to where they can people can actually focusing on that and not how crazy it is that Harley's making.
Right,
I think that was a good move.
I do. I'm pretty excited about that.
I hope that Harley didn't do that to kill it, though. I don't think they did. No. I just hope. I'm hoping.
I don't think they did. I don't even think it was a permanent thing. Because if you look at their current setup, they're kind of moving away from like the old school Harley Davidson and into like a new generation of Harley Davidson.
Why have we not asked Harley? 'Cause shout out to Harley lately, by the way, guys.
Bro, we should get a live wire in here.
I was about to say, now that we have a contact at Harley, we need to see if we can get.
We are just a bucket of dumb.
I don't know why have we not.
Fuck. I mean, what is wrong?
We haven't even gotten close to thinking about that.
Yeah.
So. So shout out to Harley. We're actually impressed with Harley as a company right now.
Yeah.
Still iffy about their dealership network, but
I think you'll be happy with the dealer that I picked.
Right.
Because all the others, they're too far outside the city.
Yeah.
you get a little hee-haw and yee-haw out there.
Yeah. So we have fun Harley news coming.
Yes.
That is all we can say.
Yes, we have an awesome bit of news.
We will talk about that when the time.
But in the meantime, we do need to contact them and see what we can do about Livewire, because that'd be awesome.
Somebody remind us to do that, to contact Harley about getting a Livewire in the shop, because that would be the first electric real test of an electric vehicle. Bro, Livewire versus a thing that's coming in. How great.
I'm here for it.
Okay.
I'm here for it.
So final thoughts on electric Duke. Oh, so how about this? Before we go over to the Discord stuff, if Ducati was going to take one of their models right now, and just that was going to be their platform for electric, which one do you think it'll be?
I mean, it would have to be like. It would have to be like a V4 or something like that. You know, like
which
Panigale.
Panigale?
Yeah, because
you think it's just going to be a trickle down from the racing shit?
Right. I think it has to start with the top of the line, like the one that they're going to be racing in.
Yeah, that'd be the easiest move.
Right, because that's the only way that all. Yeah, they could do it. I mean, somebody brought up a good point. Cruisers are a perfect thing because they're already heavy as shit.
Right. Yeah. So the body positioning and the movement of the motorcycle wouldn't be that strange.
But like an ADV bike,
or
a sport touring bike.
In my head, and this might be because I'm slightly biased, and we all know why, hence the hat. Multistrada E would be, if.
Oh man, that would be.
I agree with what you're saying. Yeah. If they're gonna make Panigale is their race thing.
Yeah.
If they were going to take something that it's already done. All they got to do is put the
Multistrada, though, is going to be a sport touring adventure thing.
Yeah, it would be incredibly harder for them. They would have to redo all the weight stuff. It would be so hard
for them, one, to get interest, but also two, for the weight to be manageable.
Also, the thing that would suck about that, the Multistrada would probably be the last one. You know why? Because a bike like that, range is a huge thing. People are getting on those things and riding all damn day. So you can't have 120 miles of range on a multistrada. Yeah, because bro, and where are you gonna ride that multistrada the most of the time? The fucking highway. Where does EV suck ass? The highway. Yeah. So I don't know. You guys, if you're watching this in the live show or after the fact, because these do go up on the YouTube channel, let us know if Ducati was going to turn one of their motorcycles totally EV. The Monster, the Diavel, the Multistrada, the oh my god, what's the Supermoto-y thing? Where's, oh my god, my brain.
What?
The Supermoto-y Ducati. What is it?
Are you, what?
The Supermoto-y one.
You've got the Multistrada, and you've got the, oh, now you fucked my brain up.
No!
Why did you do
no,
that?
Stop.
Hypermotard.
Thank God.
Good fucking Lord.
Thank Jesus, bro.
You looked into my soul.
And I erased it from you.
Because I was about to say it, like, are you talking about the
oh my God.
And then you looked into my soul, and it just, you stole the word, and then
Bro,
in transit, it went into
my
the ether.
brain was just thinking that, and it was like I was going over a piece of paper, and it was like, redacted. I was like, no! That used to be my favorite bike. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I couldn't remember that.
Good God.
Okay, wow. Let's
hit the Discord.
Let's hit the Discord. Let me pull it up. Is it good? Are we?
I mean, there's a lot of smart.
Jesus.
You guys can't let them.
Welcome to the Chase gives Smart Industry $50 and Revzilla gift card section. Of the
you got
video.
it up?
Not yet.
Let me know.
Oh my God. All right, let's go.
All right.
I love that the first thing is a fucking hypermotard. Chaseontwowheels, brought to you by Smart.
I love this.
Oh my God! I love that it's got a multistrada tail and a hypermotard front, and that's not slowing him down. He's also got Converse on. Oh, hold on. Can we just show that I'm wearing Converse?
Nice.
So that
I'm
tracks
wearing,
really
I'm wearing
well.
the old
Buckies. Old Buckies. Alrighty, let's keep. Oh, yeah, this would be my response if somebody tried to give me that.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
Also, what was my beard game going anyway? We're not going to.
You had the Abe Lincoln chin strap, like cool guy. Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, you just wait.
Oh, for a special announcement. No,
there is a special announcement.
Oh,
you just keep watching.
Bro, would you ride this? Would you ride this little thing?
I mean, yeah.
Dude, I would ride this shit. I would probably kill myself.
Yeah, we would die.
Yeah, we would. Oh, look, they're wearing a that kind of looks like a smart helmet. What's it called?
No, we're not even going to say its name.
Okay, my brain's just not there today.
No, we're not even going to say its name.
Oh, I remember dressing up for this. That was funny. Time for a break. I'm switching to Smart Industries.
I'm once again asking for a smart helmet review.
Oh my God. Buzzing by the competition. Oh my God.
You know there'd be Ducati fanboys out there who would buy it. A Ducati electric mower.
Bro, Ducati's one of those brands that you can just put the label on anything. Oh my freaking God. a plug-in for the Panigale. There's your bike right there, bro.
Yeah.
A red extension cable.
$300.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's
this
great.
Is the future for these brands.
I mean,
poor Suzuki.
Yeah, that is kind of true though.
Everybody just cried in DRZ.
Yeah, all the DRZ owners are just like, oh man, oh my God. Oh. Get him, Ranger. 1995 Honda CR 125 250 official motorcycles. Wait, what?
I mean, if we can find them, we'll ride the piss out of them. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Wow, dude, that bike looks like it came out of 95.
I love it.
I
absolutely love it.
When you realize winning the Revzilla Andy Goonies gear review giveaway.
Wow, oh my God.
What?
You just did that. Don't dead open inside. Read it all the way through.
When you realize, oh my God.
Don't dead open inside.
Dude, I'm so tired. Oh my God. I can't.
Right.
I'm done.
Yep.
I'm done here.
Yep.
What the hell? When you try and sell a motorcycle, $250? Oh, it's a Suzuki. That
It's
makes sense.
in 1981.
Yeah, well, that's fair. What?
I don't know. But
I don't like that all of my old thumbnails are coming back to
I love
haunt
it.
me.
I absolutely love it. The fact that these guys are hunting for these old.
I know. That's. Wait, hold on. Is this an actual video?
Hey guys, Andrew here, owner and founder of Smart Industries. And today's an exciting day. I present you Smart stickers.
No, he did not. Whoa. Replay.
Hey guys, Andrew here, owner and founder of Smart Industries. And today's an exciting day. I present you Smart stickers.
Nice. Andrew.
I cannot believe you actually made
He said
smart.
He did it. He said he did
I
it.
know, but
He did it.
oh my God.
Yeah, God bless.
That's
Oh my God.
insane, bro. Yes. It's so true though.
Yeah.
If you and buddies all got motorcycles at the same time, that is
Yeah.
100% how
Or
you
like
guys
if you're
would
the
feel.
friend that's the last one to get it.
And then you
It's a party.
Yeah, it's such a party.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a pile of stickers.
He made Smart Industry stickers.
Yep. They ain't messing around. Not. I want you to read that.
I'll charge this bike myself, not repeating the charge adventure from the Zero ride. Me as Thor.
All right. Now
I love.
read.
I
read.
love.
Except. But I guess Moto and Dan won't be around this time.
So, fun facts. Had a Zero adventure with them.
Yeah.
And I got back with like 1 mile left.
Yeah.
I had the small Supermoto one.
I remember that.
They had the bigger batteries. Everybody else was like, ha, Chase is gonna run out. Bro, I was sweating. Because here's what the thing. We were like 10 miles away.
Yeah.
I had like 15 miles of range. I was like, bruh, got this. Started fucking around. I got back with 1 mile. And that was because that dealer was at the bottom of a hill.
Yeah.
I almost, range anxiety. If I was Thor, bro, you'd have infinite range. Oh, I need a charge? Gzzz. Set it up. Oh my God. Anyway.
All right. Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. Just because I know that this embodies exactly how it would feel if you and buddies got all motorcycles at the same time, because I didn't get that. I was like,
I
I didn't
no
have any friends. Yeah, I didn't have any friends either. But if you and buddies got bikes together, that is pure joy, and 100% what you would feel like. Especially if you guys all got like Groms or something, bro, that would be hilarious. You'd have such a good time. So who posted that?
They call me Stitch.
All right, Stitch, congrats. Man, that's
sidebar. One of my favorite bands growing up was Straight Line Stitch. You should look them up. They're really good. Female lead.
I
vocals.
appreciate you letting us know. So, Randrew,
No.
send us a decal, and you'll be the sponsor of the episode. We just need a way for people to purchase Smart decals. Oh my God.
We're gonna have to license them from Smart Industries.
Oh my God.
I see what you were doing.
I don't
here,
understand
Andrew.
what has happened with Smart Industries. How are they recruiting in the comments?
Bro, it's we're gonna have to make a helmet. That's
God.
just what this is.
This is how
I tell you
strong
what,
a
guys,
community show this
leave it in the
is.
comments of this video if you want us to make the official prototype Smart helmet.
Okay.
And
if
do
there's
an
enough,
do
if
an
there's
actual
enough
review.
comment, yeah, full on with our cool lights.
Yep. Just make it. Let us know what you want.
Yeah, because clearly we're community driven.
Yep.
Or community taken over, whatever. All right, guys, that's all we got for Live on Two Wheels number 34. We will see you guys next week because we're here every Thursday. Wait, you're here next Thursday, right? You're not leaving for your adventure.
When is that? No, it's the wait. What? I don't even know.
Are you gonna miss another episode?
I don't even know what day it is.
Oh my god.
No, because no, that's not going to be until the 13th of November, I believe.
But are you gonna miss an episode?
No.
Ooh. So you will be able to. Good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm Chase on Two Wheels. That is Bo, also on Two Wheels, I guess.
Sometimes.
We will see you guys next Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, EDT, 5 p.m. Boom. Or podcasting platforms. Remember, if you leave a review on Apple, we may just read it out loud and give you a free Smort sticker.
We will.
I'm just kidding. I don't have Smort stickers
Yeah,
to give
not
you guys.
Not that part, but the other part.
All right, Smort Industries, we appreciate your support.
That's all our comments.
Wait, can the comment section for the live show just be Smort Industries?
Yeah.
Those are all employees of Smort.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna go. Love you guys. Long
Bye.
time. Bye. You are not gonna change. You did not change.